Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back here again, and today I am back with a different kind of video, one that I've done a handful of times in the past, but, kind of thought it'd be pretty cool getting back into it, especially with, you know, this brand new, Spiderverse wave, just because, I just recently watched the movie again for I think it was like my second or third time. I don't quite remember, but let me just say, I was very when I first watched the movie, I was so surprised to see a Prowler version of Miles, and was very excited to find this guy at GameStop of all places. And they basically had the whole wave there, excluding Peter Parker, which not a big deal for me. There's not I don't want every single figure in this wave. Like, I don't really care about the Peter, the Spider Punk. Like, I mean, if he came not in the purple color, I would like him more. And I'm not really huge on, Spider-Gwen. But I was really wanting the Spider-Man 2099, which I also did just recently pick up along with Miles G. Yeah, Miles G. And I did get Paviter Prabhakar. I think I pronounced that completely wrong. But I know he's played by the guy who plays Dopinder in Deadpool. Yeah, I only want these three. Well, I already got these three, and I'm kind of debating on the Miles Morales, just because the only Miles Morales I have, Spider-Verse-wise, is the original one, which, don't get me wrong, very good figure, but, kind of want the, not coded one. But yeah, let me just, just crack this guy right open real quick, just because, it's a figure, gotta, open it and stuff. Alright, and here he is out of the box. Let me just say, just from, me pulling him out to now, very, very cool figure. Really do like it. Especially, the look on his face. I'm not gonna lie, he does kind of have, the I'm stoned kind of face. Just because, I don't know if you can see that, but he just kind of looks like, what? But, I mean, still pretty cool figure. Really digging it so far. I do hate how, thin his legs and arms are. That's the one thing I would be worried about if you were to, get this figure. Don't get me wrong, the articulation already slapping so hard. Just, very easy to move, very good to articulate. Really do love the, claws. Really do love that. Really, really cool. Again, head sculpt could be a little more desirable in my opinion, but I'm not going to be having this head on, even though that's the only head sculpt we've seen him with. But before I get to that, I'm just going to, go through the other accessories he came with. He came with a little backpack. Not so sure which way it's supposed to go. Pretty sure it would be going this way, and it doesn't really show it on the picture. But he did come with this really cool backpack, which looks like it has, what are they called? Hooks in them, so he can probably shoot to propel himself forward / hold himself, which is pretty cool. It might go like this, actually, just because, I don't know. I'll figure it out once I see the movie. And then he also did come with one fisted hand, and then one kind of gripping hand, so he can, hold his other fist or something. Which, I know that's not why. And now for the head sculpt I'm the most excited about. The Prowler mask one. It's so cool. And it really does work very well with the, I don't... Are these called cornrows? Or are these... It's called something else. But it does kind of look like he has a tire in the middle of his head. Which, pretty cool. Very good detailing on the mask, too. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it's kind of got that, little bit of a comic book look to it on the goggles. And then also the pink around, the, I'm just going to call those breathing ports, just because I don't know what exactly they are. And, yeah. And I know I am kind of going through this kind of a little weirdly, but, I don't really do reviews a whole lot. And, just basically going through all the points that I think should be, kept in. And also, like, got to keep this, like, as, you know, accurate to me as possible, because I never, like, don't get me wrong, like, full in-depth videos work fine, but I prefer, trying not to, overcomplicate things. Very good detailing, though. I really do like the wrist gauntlets on this. And let me just try popping out one of these hands and then putting in another. Yep, so that works very well. It does, do its hand thing. It does have a, I think that's only a singular jointed elbow, which, I mean, for something this kind of, small, I am okay with. Just, figure-wise. And he does kind of have basic, like, arm movement. Nothing super good. Doesn't have a butterfly joint or anything. I do really like the collar, though. Very Prowler-esque. And he does have that, he has a really good ab joint, actually. That is insane. Like, look how far back you can get him. Like, that's almost 90 degrees. That is, like, slightly more than 90. Or slightly less than 90. He does have upper leg rotation, which, again, not a huge fan of, like, the scrawniness of the legs. Knees are double jointed. He does have the ankle rocker pivot, which, very, very cool. But, I mean, just look at the detailing on this. Like, it looks like it just popped out right from the movie. Granted, it's not as, comic book accurate, film accurate as I would like it to be. But, I mean, like, for the price point of $25, I want to say, that I paid for this, not bad at all. Like, I mean, it could use some shadowing, but then again, every Marvel Legend that comes out should have shadowing of some kind. I also do really like these, little tail things that he has. Now, let me just pop off the head, just to show the, like, I will say, though, trying to swap the head, kind of a scary thing. Just because I want you to look at how thin that, like, ball joint is. And you're trying to put this on that without... And it does move, which is kind of why I am not a huge, huge fan of this kind of thing. I preferred the older way, where it was just on a hinge, rather than on a ball socket. Like, the ball socket probably does give you more range of motion, but for me personally, I always feel like I'm going to snap it. Now, here he is with the Prowler mask on, and let me just say, this figure looks killer. And it is fairly small, which is pretty cool, just because he is, a teenager. Like, what is he in the movie? Like 15? Something like that? 16? Under the age of 18, I know. But, I mean, even the shoes, though, man, like, they are very detailed. Very, very cool. I really do like those. Especially the pink shoelaces. Like, that's just really cool. Oh, I never even noticed that, but he does also kind of have orange lines going along his leg. And then also the blue right there. Like, such very good detail in this figure, and I am very, very happy to have it. Now let me just grab a couple figures just so I can give you guys kind of like a size comparison, slash, what he looks like next to other Spider-Verse characters. Okay, first up is the comic book Prowler. Whoops. This is the only Prowler that I have. This is from the Lizard Wave. I never did get the chance to pick up the original one, but, Prowler and Prowler. So here he is next to the Hobie Brown Prowler, which I know some of you are thinking, what? Hobie Brown's not the Prowler, it's Uncle Aaron. Well, actually, the original Hobie Brown, from like the I want to say like 1960s, if not 1970s. I'm pretty sure it was the 1960s where Prowler first appeared. Yeah, Hobie Brown was actually the original Prowler, and then, they kind of changed that once, Miles Morales got introduced to the 616, which, pretty cool. I really do like that, that they did that. But, at the same time, like, I kind of wish they would have kept, like, this exact same costume. Don't get me wrong, the newer one looks cool, but I really am digging the, full green bodysuit with purple. That's pretty cool. And, that's, like I said, that's the only Prowler I had, so can't really compare him to the original one. That came out about 3-4 years ago, something like that. Now let me compare him to, his counterpart, in Miles Morales, and I do apologize if he keeps falling over. I'm kind of on an uneven surface, and I'm trying to keep him, like, centered in the middle. Maybe if I kind of bring this box, like, up. Yeah, that'll work. Here he is next to the original original Spiderverse Miles Morales, and very cool that they are the exact same height. Or actually, is the newer? Yeah, this one's a little taller than this one, which, I mean, makes sense because this is like a whole year difference between them. So he probably would have grown, at least a little bit in that time. And I know it's kind of not showing it very well on camera because my phone is kind of a little down. Let me just move that up for you guys. Yeah, see? Like, there's at least half an inch difference between them. Which, very cool that, they put that much detail into these, little figures. And then going on to the other Spider-Man that I have. Here he is next to Peter B. And this is also the same one that the previous Miles I showed, same wave that the previous Miles I showed came from. And, like, I know, like, again, it's not doing it very well on camera, but there is a pretty decent size difference between the both of them. Oops. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, I do apologize again for, everything falling down. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And again, sorry that I'm not great at doing reviews, but, trying my best. And then showing him next to the only other figure from this wave I have opened, which I may be doing a review on at some point. The brand new Spider-Man India. Like, I know they call him Pavitr Prabhakar, but fully honest, this is Spider-Man India. That's literally what the comic book was called. Like, the previous comic book that came out, it was called Spider-Man India. So I'm just going to refer to him as Spider-Man India, mostly because his name kind of hurts my brain trying to, keep saying it. But yeah, very cool. I do like that these guys are the same difference. Like, we haven't seen them next to each other before, but that is pretty cool that they are very close to the same height. So, if they do meet in the part 3, it's going to be very interesting getting to see that interaction because, he's only met the Miles we know, not this one, so might fight a little bit. Same thing for the other ones, too. But yeah, that's basically everything I have for you guys today, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you did like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again, and peace. Yo!